Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back. I have another great story to share with you. And guess what, boys and girls? All week, I have new books that I've never read before, but was recommended to me. So I'm going to share them with you. This is a book called Mommy's Khaimar. And this is a story about a Muslim American girl who loves to put on her mom's Khaimar. Try to find this book on Sora or at your Fresno County Library. And boys and girls, do you have any book that you would recommend for me to read? Send them here. Write me a letter and tell me what books that you'll recommend for me to share with all the boys and girls that are watching. And guess what? If you do, send me a recommendation or a letter to tell me how you're learning. I'll send you one of these fun activity books. So don't forget to send your letter to me here at PBS, and don't forget to put your address so I can send you one of these activity books. All right? Good. Are you ready to learn, boys and girls? Awesome. Let's get started. My name is Mrs. Vang, and I'm so excited to have you join me today so that we can learn our letters and our sounds so that we can become amazing readers and writers. So let's get ready to make our brain stronger, and we'll get started with our mystery word. Remember, this is a game to help us review all the sounds that we have learned. I'm going to show you a sound spelling card. Your job is to blend all those sounds together and guess my word. Try to write my word once you have guessed it. Ready? Awesome. Let's get started. My first sound is the fire card, and the fire card says F. The second sound is the boat card, and the boat card says O. And the last sound is the nest card, and the nest card says N. Blend them together. Own. What's my mystery word? Phone. Good job, phone. Now let's see how you spelled it. Remember, these are all review sounds. Phone is spelled P-H-O-N-E. Remember, the P-H is a digraph that we learned last week. The O, consonant, silent E is a long vowel spelling pattern that we learned, and phone had the N at the end. Check it. Thumbs up if you got it. Awesome job, boys and girls. Now, let's go and learn our high-frequency words. Now remember, high-frequency words are words that we see most frequently when we are reading and or writing. So it's important to know these so that you can say them quickly and write them quickly without stopping to sound them out so that we can save all that brain power for those longer words. Ready? We have 10 words this week, and we'll focus on 2 words a day. Okay, so help me with my first 2 words. Ready? My first word today is the word orange. Help me read it. Orange. Good job. Help me spell it. Ready? O-R-A-N-G-E. Orange. Good job, boys and girls. Now my next word is flower. Help me read it. Flower. Good job. Help me spell it. F-L-O-W-E-R. Flower. Good job, boys and girls. Now, I have 2 sentences for us. Help me try to figure out which one of these will go into the sentence so that it will make sense. Ready? Awesome. Help me read the first sentence. Ready? The first sentence says, can I smell the Are you using your context clues? Which one of those words will go into that sentence so that it will make sense? Let's do the second one. Ready? Tim has on an top and black pants. Which one will go into that sentence? Well, let's check. Can I smell? And here is my clue. If I'm smelling something, I think it's flour. Let's read it. Can I smell the flour? Yes, it does make sense. And what type of sentence is this? Good job. It's a question. Awesome. So that must mean orange goes with the second sentence. Let's read it. Tim has on an orange top and black pants. Yes, that does make sense. Thumbs up if you got it. Awesome job, boys and girls. Now let's practice reading all of our words that we're going to be learning this week. And we'll start with the two that we learned today. Ready? Flower, orange, far, leaves, grow, light, field, ready, bird, and until. Good job, boys and girls, practicing your high frequency words. So now that we have practiced, let's go and practice our listening skills. So let me move these out of the way so that we can get ready for our game. So make sure you turn your listening ears up so that we can train our ears. We're gonna play a game called Rhyming Words. And to play this game, I'm gonna say 2 words. Your job is to give me a thumbs up, they rhyme, oops, thumbs up, they rhyme, or a thumbs down, they do not rhyme. Ready? Okay. And don't forget, rhyming words sound the same at the end. Ready? Okay, so if I said throw, show, throw, show, do they rhyme? Yes, rhyming words. Thumbs up, they rhyme. Awesome job, boys and girls. Okay, how about these 2 words? Ready? Throat and throne. Throat and throne. Throat and throne. Do they rhyme? No. Thumbs down. They do not rhyme because they do not have the same ending sound. Okay, last one. Ready? What if I said shrug and rug? Shrug and rug. Do they rhyme? Shrug, rug. Thumbs up. Yes, they do rhyme. Good job, boys and girls. Okay, now that our ears are turned up and we're ready, let's go and practice our sound of the week. And this week, boys and girls, we are learning 3-letter blends. Remember, earlier this year, we learned 2-letter blends, and we learned the beginning blends and the ending blends. And last week, we learned digraphs. Well, this week, we are going to be learning 3-letter blends. And all these 3 letters come in the beginning of a word. And again, they're called blends because they do make their each individual sounds. We just blend them really fast together. Okay? So, we have the SCR, and we say scr, like scrap. Okay? SCR, scr. We have SPR that says spr. You see how each of them make their own sound, but we just blend them really fast? Spr, like spring. We have STR that says stir, stir, like stripe. We have the SPL that says spill, spill, like splash. We have the SHR blend. Remember, an SH makes the sh sound. That's a digraph. So that says shra, shra, like shrink. And then the last blend, I'm going to grab my finger to help me, my reading finger. The TH, again, is a digraph, and we learned that last week, and that makes a f sound. It makes one sound, but then we're going to add in the r. So it says thr, thr, like throne. Those are tricky, aren't they? So let's practice reading some of my words that I have up here. So let's look at the first one. Ready? Help me blend these letters together. This says shrug, shrug. Good job. Remember, the SH makes one sound, and then we add in the R, shr, and then my short vowel, which is my short U, and then add my G, shrug. Good job. Let's practice blending these letters. Ready? STR says st, str, stir, and then ip, strip. What was my word? Strip. Good job. Now, what if I wanted to write the word spring? Ready? Spring. What sound did you hear? What blend was it? Spur. Spur was the SPR. You're right. Spur. Is my short I, and the ing. Remember, that was another digraph that we learned last week. The NG says ing. So how do I spell spring? Spring. 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 Did you get that? Awesome job, boys and girls. So all week we're going to be learning three-letter blends. So let's practice reading words with the three-letter blends. Ready? And I underline the blends for you. Ready? Help me read it. Spring, strong, scrub, shrug, strict, thrill, split, strip, scrape. You see that magic E, remember? Magic E is going to make the A say A. Scrape, scrape. Let's read it in a sentence now. Ready? The shrub got big in the spring. Good job, boys and girls. Now, let's get ready for a sentence dictation. I'm going to say a sentence, and I want you to try to write it, and then we'll check it. Ready? Here's my sentence. How did Mike scrape his knee? 6 words. How did Mike scrape his knee? Okay, ready? First word was how. And I hear some of you thinking already, how is a question word? How did Mike, and again, Mike is a name, proper noun, so we need to capitalize Mike. How did Mike, now let's sound out scrape. And remember, if the A says A, there's an E at the end. How did Mike scrape his? And then knee is a tricky one. N is a K in. We're going to be learning silent letters later. How did Mike scrape his knee? And remember how we said how was a question word? That means we need a what? Question mark. You're right. Good job, boys and girls. How did Mike scrape his knee? Check it. Did you get it right? Awesome job, boys and girls. You guys are doing such a good job. Now, all week we're going to be learning three-letter blends, so don't forget to come back in. Remember, when things get too hard, what do we say, boys and girls? We say, I can do it. We say, I am awesome. We say, I am smart, because you are. So don't forget to come back next time. Bye-bye.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.